Okay, how do you do, everyone? And good to see you this morning. So today is Sunday, right? That we have going to continue our previous lesson that you have seen study for long times. Okay, since last week. So now today is 13 Sundays, February 2022. Our time is starting when until 12 o'clock. Year 2022 to 2023. Okay, this is my phone number that you can contact me by my personal or your telegram. Okay, teacher have reviewed a little bit about the whole lesson that you have yesterday. You have already studied yesterday. But this is some vocab that you have already known from our lesson yesterday. Where, when, how, place, and why. This is lesson 20 that you have already learned before, right? You see? Okay. Cannot explain you much because teacher have reviewed already with practice yesterday. Okay, this one is also that teacher have already explained and tell you how to ask the question, how to put WA question before the auxiliary verb and subject. You see? Okay, shall move to the next slide. This is our lesson 20 that you have already studied yesterday. That we talk about WA question like where, when, why, how. That you have already complete the answer yesterday already. Right? So that teacher no need to ask anymore, but I focus on the how to use W equation in yesterday. That's me. So how do we use where and when?
Where to talk about to use one to talk about time and that is
So
when we talk about time and
okay, thank you. Can you example two of them? Where? You can make your own example.
where did you go?
Okay, where did you go on the internet? When?
When you go to school, you have to when you go to school, you have to eat breakfast first.
Okay, finish. See how? See how do we use why and how? Hello, see how?
Yes, sir.
Use why and how.
We use why to ask about the reason for something, and we use how to ask
You ask about what? To ask about what?
to ask about in what way.
In what way? I mean, in how to do anything, right? How can I do my homework? Okay, example. Why you want to study English? Because I want to get the knowledge from English and make my language is improved. I can speak and make a communication with the foreigner. I can find a new job by easily. Okay, that's why that you study English. Okay, okay, thank you. This is a good reason that you have already understand it yesterday. Okay, move to the new lesson today. We're going to talk about lesson 21st or 21. Question again, but WA question again. We talk about who, that, which, and how many. Okay, how do we use them? Okay, before we start our class today, I have explained you about some vocab today. Who? What does it mean who? Mean a pronoun. Who is used especially is a question and as a subject or object of verb when they ask which a person or people and it asking what something name. What nó như mô tả vậy. Who នោះនរណាអញ្ចឹងអ្វីនេះថាខាត់ដល់ speaker ដូចគ្នា pronoun ដូចគ្នាយើងប្រើសម្រាប់សួរអំពី information what to talk about information. What about people or thing? Người ta xuống people đồng nghĩa là people một cái chúng ta. Which mùi nà to talk about thing. You for to talk about way to do it. Okay, number 3 is which. You see, we is used to ask about sin in the question and what? Oh, like it usually. Use not to use as a bar, use in the question. Like you cut off use in the question and structures in which their fetch or limit or set. Okay, mình nắng đấy. Okay, đặt mình chờ tập choose. Okay, you see. Okay, number 4, how many? How many we used to ask about number. Number talk about how much, how many, right? You see? Possible. You know possible, you một thằng ai. How many, how much chùm nút. Which is mùi nè, which one that you want. Mình thằng mùi nè. Both of them, which one that you want? Smartphone or water? Which one that you want to drink? Water, right? Possible mean can. Mean act. Be able, be done or achieve or be able exist. Auxiliary verb. You have already known about cái giá sát chùm mũi. Cái giá sát bị say giving help or support, especially verb to more important person or thing. Right? Okay, president. Sing, how do you know president? Sing how?
Yes, sure.
You know president? Like in Chinese, we have a president or prime minister. Xi Jinping is a president or prime minister. Okay, next one. Prefer is to like or choose or want a thing prefer than another. Do you prefer to hot, cool, or water? Prefer it means light. You know, light, to light something. Okay, number 9. Lit. You know, lit mean a unit of measuring volumes of liquids or gas. You know, gas that we put in the inside our motorbike or our car, anything else. Okay, only 9, but it's no space. Any question with this vocab, everyone? Number 10, one more. It's number 10. Number 10, which vocab in number 10? Okay, number 10 nó còn Some of your specters, right? Okay, number 10 is painting. What does mean painting? Painting means that you draw the color inside the wall or on the paper, something like the picture of made used by pen. You drawing the picture, right? Or color something inside. Okay, next one. Okay, this is our new lesson today that we're going to talk with our new lesson is question again with WA question the same, right? But we use with the who, what, which, and how many. Because the previous time you have already learned about what? press mấy vì muốn dương hiện W expression đi kia bị ấy when why how and
Why, where, when, why, how.
when what why how
Where, when, what, how.
okay chẳng
What admin is how.
អត់មានទេសារវត្តបញ្ចូលនៅក្នុងមេរៀននេះហើយអូខេអញ្ចឹងយើងមេរៀននេះយើងនិយាយអំពីមេរៀនទី21 question again យើងប្រើ W question ដូចគ្នាជាមួយនឹង what who which and how many ណា how do we use them teacher have already explained you in this vocab already right what how do we use what how do we use who which and how many ណា in this vocab teacher have explained already so this one is our new explaining that you have more add more to your vocabulary. Okay, but how do we use them? We use who to ask about people. You see, who to ask about person or people. Who are you going to visit? I'm going to visit my sister. Who did John invite to a party? Chơi John từ châu luôn trong gặp từ chục việc. Okay, this is number one. Number two. Number two. Number two. Number two, they use about what? Number one, use about who? Talk about people. What and which? To talk about sing. Okay, what is sing talking about? That film did you see at the cinema? What film did you see at the cinema? Away để nè bạn mơ nơi con chẳng hạn rước ấy để nè bạn mơ nơi nâng lại con nâng lại luôn về chừng. Which newspaper do you want? And the time or the daily telegram. Trong cái tham mùi nà đó cái sai mùi na để nè bạn trong bán cho cái sai bị got two newspaper which one that you want new one or old one the new one is different company right which one that you want like in Cambodia có sẵn được biết ở Campuchia thay okay one more point we normally use one when there are many possible answers người ta chỉ thon mà nhưng what nè được biết là rương chẳng đúng rương mà chẳng đúng cứ ai chủng lại bằng biết cứ ai nhé chủng lại chỉ tu tới is can we use can possible it mean can you see possible mean can ta chủng lại muốn là ai khác để dùng ai qua vào đấy ok example Anna John Clear Mary Sausage Sarah what's her name which one người ta không chừng nào chung thằng nó cứ chung bằng niên mùi chẳng khi đạo mà nó hay cái su tới cam niên which one is her name cái su tới cam nó mà nè mơ rút hiếp này để cái su pi này cứ gặp su không nhỉ su ông pí cùng nè này what's her name you see cái trong này ta có su ấy what's her name you see they want to know about her name so they ask each other about her right we normally use be chắc người ta anh ấy kinh nghiệm vì rương rã được cầm hiệp đá that it can be answered but normally we use which when there is a small number of possible answers anh ấy cứ chơi chừng nón tay chứ để dương ai try theo viết thử còn đấy dương mình chụp ảnh rồi rồi thay chụp lại rồi thì tay vào đấy dương ai chụp lại đấy dương ai try mà hiểu which name do you prefer your Stephen or Thomas ta chung ấy để nè trong nè châu chật nè which name do you like anh ấy prefer mình thay like nè anh thấy viết smart cái lại prefer nó smart cái smart like ta chung ấy để những châu chật Stephen có Thomas mùi nè chẳng còn xu từ can côn là nơi nông phu nè ta còn trong màn chung ấy về được cả hả nhớ chân như cô đại sinh háo you want Stephen or you want Thomas if you are his mother you see hello sinh háo Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sing how are you already complete the answer or not yet? Did you copy the lesson today or not yet?
Already, sir.
Already at all, right? Definition and
Yes, sir.
vocabulary.
Vocabulary, not yet.
Okay, come on. After you have already studied. Okay. Point 3. You understand point and 2? 1 and 2, right? 1 and
Yes, sir.
we use about who and what and which. What and which we use to talk about sing. តិចទៀតនៅក្នុង grammar មួយរៀនយើងណាគឺយើងមាន study about clause ណា clauses sing how maybe a few more lesson we're going to talk about clauses. Clauses is related to all of them that we call relative pronoun ណាស្តៀងដែរដោយសារពូនេះគេឈ្មោះថា relative pronoun ណាហើយគេប្រើ relative pronoun ផ្សេងខុសពីនេះបន្តិចណា W equation នេះគេប្រើនៅ at the beginning of the sentence we use at the beginning of the sentence for W equation but we use clause for relative pronoun we use at the middle of the sentence មួយខុសគ្នាបន្តិចណាមួយនៅប្រើនៅតាមប្រយោគមួយប្រើនៅកណ្ដាលតោះ point 3 we use how many នេះមានន័យថាម៉េចប្រមាណ how much ចំនួនប៉ុន្មាន how many ចំនួនប៉ុន្មានដូចគ្នាណាពីនឹង how much how many you ask about number ណាចំនួនតកតងទៅនឹងចំនួនប្រមាណណា how many people did you invite តើចំនួនមនុស្សប្រមាណអ្នកដែលយើងអញ្ជើញមានថា how many នេះនិយាយអំពី table that you can count ចំនួនច្បាស់លាស់ណាមួយដែលយើងអាចរកបានណា100អ្នក200អ្នក100 200 1000 okay ប្រមាណអ្នកដែលយើង join our wedding party okay ប្រមាណអ្នក how many pair of shoes has she got មានថា how many pair I mean two right a pair have two like a shoes like a chopstick you see chopstick have a pair also មានថាមួយគូដល់លឺឯវឌ្ឍនៈនៅក្បែរហ្នឹងឯងវឌ្ឍនៈលោកវឌ្ឍនៈលឺជើញនិយាយវឌ្ឍនៈទៅណា
វឌ្ឍនៈលោកគាត់អត់លុយចុះ
បាទ
គឺគាត់អត់លុយចុះ
ថាឲ្យគាត់មករៀនសិនប្រហែលគាត់ទៅណាតោះមួយទៀត 60 នេះគាត់ 60 វិញ How many art galleries are you going to invite ណាក៏ដូចតែលើដែរដូចគ្នាអូខេតោះ number 4 sorry gallery កន្លែងនេះថា gallery when we form the question we normally put a form of be เนี่ย form of be or auxiliary verb can will do after who what which and how many ណាជាធម្មតានៅក្នុងរូបមន្តរបស់យើងនេះយើងតែងតែដាក់មិនយើងតែងតែដាក់នេះauxiliary verb ឬក៏ modal auxiliary to be ហ្នឹងគឺពីមុខកិរិយាសព្ទឬក៏ពីមុខ subject ណាតោះនេះឧទាហរណ៍នេះ who នេះ did is can did ណាឃើញទេគេដាក់ពីមុខទាំងអស់ណា who is the president of Peru who can speak Chinese Sing how can you speak Chinese
Yes, sure.
how many percent 100%. Who did you meet?
Yeah.
Who did you meet at the party last night? Who did you meet at the party? What is the capital of India's New Delhi? What she's doing? What she's doing? What was the name of your teacher? What is the name of your teacher, everyone? What does your father do? Which car will you buy or Fit or Ford? Which shirt which shirt do you prefer, red one or the blue one? Người ta áo mũi ná nè, shirt nè, shirt mũi ná. เวลาហ្នឹងវាម៉ូតអីគេម៉ូតអា Fed ឬក៏ Ford ណាយល់ទេនេះអញ្ចឹងទាំងអស់នេះគឺមួយជួរនេះគឺសុទ្ធតែ W equation ទាំងអស់តែគេដាក់ប្រើពីមុខ to be ណាឬក៏ប្រើពីមុខ auxiliary verb ឬក៏ modal oxy ទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងបងណានេះគឺជាវិធានរបស់យើងឯហ្នឹង You see this is all the W equation that we use before auxiliary verb or modal oxy verb to be. You see, Sing Hao? Do you have any question? Sing Hao?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any question?
No.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No.
So I have a question to ask all of you. That's my. Where do we put W equation in the sentence?
The first sentence.
Huh? I cannot hear you. តើគេដាក់ W equation នៅកន្លែងណានៅក្នុងប្រយោគ
នៅមុខ
នៅពីខាងមុខណាសិង្ហៅ Where do we put W equation? Hello, Sing Hao.
Yes, sir.
Where do we put the W equation in the sentence? Point 4. Look at point 4. When we form a question, we normally put W equation front. You know front? Front means that at the beginning of the verb to be or auxiliary verb. You see? In the example in point 4. You see?
Yes, sir.
One, who? Yes, this is the real example. And one more thing, move back. How do we use how many? That's me.
We use how many to talk about number.
Okay, your example.
How many people are there?
Okay, how many people are there? See how do we use what and which? How do we use them? See how? Hello. Okay, that's why. How do we use who?
We use who to talk about people.
To talk about people. So how do we use
Yes.
what and which?
We use which to talk about things.
We use which to talk about things.
Yes.
Honor. Which ហើយនឹង what គេប្រើប្រាស់ដើម្បីនិយាយអំពី sing ដូចគ្នាប៉ុន្តែវាខុសគ្នាមិន How different between what and which ជួយបែងចែកឲ្យឈើតិចមក How different between what and which Sing how Can you Hello. Chẳng chờ bị chạy làm với Sing Hao. Hello Sing Hao and that's me. And what the up máu rồi nè. ចឹង
Michael.
វាខុសគ្នាអញ្ចឹងចាំឲ្យបងអូនមើលមេរៀនពេញមេរៀនផងរស្មីជួយ follow up បងអូនវិញកុំឲ្យបងអូនទៅនេពេកជួយពិព្រៀនគាត់ប្រាប់គាត់បន្ថែមផងអត់យល់ឲ្យគាត់មើលវីដេអូឥឡូវយើងមើលម្ដងទៀតយើងប្រើប្រាស់ what and which តែមួយឯពីរហ្នឹង what and which ប្រើនិយាយអំពីវត្ថុដូចគ្នានេះនិយាយអំពី sing ដូចគ្នា the same we use the same to talk about sing ណា what film did you see at the cinema មិនថារឿងអ្វីគេដែលអ្នកបានមើលឃើញនៅរោងភាពយន្ត what did you see the film what is the name ណាគឺចង់និយាយថា what អ្វីរឿងអ្វីដែលអ្នកបានមើលនៅនោះអត់ទេតោះ which មួយណា which newspaper do you want which newspaper do you want like example example for you like smartphone and simple phone like Apple, right? You see which one that you want smartphone, right? Because you can touch and play game too much, right? Mui nè, the tennis or the daily telegraph. Okay, ប៉ុន្តែខុសគ្នាបន្តិចឥឡូវគេបញ្ជាក់ណា we normally use what when there are many possible answer មានថាគេប្រើ what ដើម្បីនិយាយអំពីចំនួនឬក៏វត្ថុទាំងហ្នឹងអាចនឹងឆ្លើយទៅត្រូវយល់ទេអាច possible answer មានថារឿងយើងអាចឆ្លើយបានចម្លើយនេះគឺវាអាចថា 70-80% ដែលយើងអាចឆ្លើយបានតែគាត់ឈ្មោះអីឧទាហរណ៍នេះគេនិយាយពី Anna John Clears Mary Susan and Sarah នេះ what her name គេ discuss នេះគេវាសាគ្នាមានរឿងហ្នឹងគេដឹងថាគាត់ឈ្មោះអីហ៎ប៉ុន្តែគេចង់តេស្តម្នាក់នេះម្នាក់ស្រីនេះថាតើគាត់ឈ្មោះអី what's her name they want to test her what her name so that they ask each other to know about her name អញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងចម្លើយទាំងអស់នេះគឺមានឈ្មោះរបស់គាត់មួយគេដឹងហើយថាមួយក្នុងចំណោមណា among of that name it have her name you see but this is the answer that can be answered can be answered but we use which this is how we use what but we use which when there are small number of possible answer I mean small answer you know small answer little bit can be answered you cannot tell them at the moment you can see យើងអាចប្រាប់ចម្លើយគាត់ភ្លាមបានទេមានតែចម្លើយនោះគឺយើងតរយកទៅគិតសិនបានមកវិញប្រាប់គាត់កើតឧទាហរណ៍នេះ which name do you prefer នោះមានថា like ចូលចិត្តតើឈ្មោះអីដែលនាងចូលចិត្តសម្រាប់កូននៅក្នុងពោះរបស់នាង which name do you want for the baby inside your stomach you see you want again Stephen or Thomas គេដឹងថាប្រុសឬក៏ស្រីឯងប៉ុន្តែគេចង់ដឹងថាតើអ្នកឯងដាក់ឈ្មោះនឹងឈ្មោះអីគាត់អត់ទាន់គិតថាត្រូវដាក់ឈ្មោះមួយណា Stephen និង Thomas ក៏អត់ទាន់ច្បាស់ you see how hello any question see how do you have any question see how that's my
Yes.
Do you have any question yes or no